There is some cooking going on now. Right before the baking starts, the simmering herb on the pan is, however, not anything that is conventionally found in any usual food recipe.
So I'll put 3 of these. This is bangi, by the way.
Yes, it is cannabis sativa, popularly known as marijuana, which is slowly finding its way into Kenyan kitchens as young people invent new ways of getting the high. The current popular trend being baking cakes, cookies or brownies with a herb. And the popularity of the cakes is evident as they seem to be on high demand, even on social media, as curious youth source for them. The cost of the cookies ranges from 50 to 100 shillings depending on the quality and where you get them from. Though those who trade in the special cakes are very guarded, information on where to get them is readily available in most of the campuses across the country. Before you reach for any baked goodies at a party or any social gathering, you may need to question the ingredients because unknowingly you may be taking something that may make you temporarily happy but whose impact may be life-altering. But still, young people, especially university students, are drawn to the popular happy cookies, though when asked about it, a sizable number profess ignorance.
You know, this is a metropolitan university. People are coming from all over the country. Yeah? So if you're not from Nairobi, you don't know what they're those. Yeah, so I don't know what they are. Happy cookies, nimesikia na wewe hiyo.
While those bold enough to acknowledge the trend maintain they have never indulged in the habit.
Yeah, I've heard about them.
Okay, you've heard about them.
Heard but not taken them, yeah.
I've only heard about them.
And then there are those who admitted to having tried it, albeit regrettably.
Yes, I've taken with cookies, but I wouldn't want to take them again.
Back to the cooking process. The chef wishes to remain anonymous for obvious reasons, so we will call her Chantel, who tells us that though they will not admit it, most of college students not only know of the happy cookie, but it is part and parcel of the college experience.
They're really quite popular, especially in the college setup. They're actually a normal day-to-day thing, especially after exams, the days after exams. When people have finished exams, there will be a party
And the cakes are not the only foodstuff with a little kick to it.
There's also little marijuana chocolates. They're like little round, they look like coins, and they're really strong, so you're usually advised to maybe just eat half in one night. Or there's people who've had like 1 or 2, and the reported effects have been unpredictable, mind-altering. They get high.
Now the cake is in the oven and it continues to bake. As it does so, Chantel tells us about what these so-called happy pastries can do to a person who ingests them.
The most common one is hysterical laughing. You can laugh at anything or nothing at all. I've seen people who go paranoid. Either they think there's something walking on the ceiling upside down, or they think the cops have come.
Sounds funny until you hear from medical practitioners the extent of the effects of marijuana use.
The main effect actually to the human person is in the heart, or what you call the cardiovascular system. And what happens when you take marijuana is that released into your body are substances we call catecholamines, which are hormones that are responsible for increasing the heart rate and the power with which your heart is beating. So when your heart becomes excitable in that sort of way, and when you are in that state of increased cardiac activity, the likelihood that you could suffer even a stroke or even a heart attack, particularly amongst the older people, is quite high.
There are those who have smoked marijuana once, and that changed everything for them. It may have induced psychosis in them from that time, they became psychotic. They no longer are in complete touch with the reality.
And it seems that young people have stumbled upon the perfect way of experimenting with marijuana without law enforcement agents finding about it. The police seem oblivious of the new trend as they confess that they don't know about the weed pastries in the market and later seemed to dodge our efforts to secure an interview with the Anti-Narcotics Department. According to the Narcotics, Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Act, if one is found in possession of any such substances, one is liable to a fine of 250,000 shillings or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 10 years or to both such fine and imprisonment. If the tough penalties attached to possession of narcotics does not scare the people who indulge in the vice, then the likely expenses of treatment of the addiction that is associated with the use of marijuana should prompt many of the users to quit.
The range of cost of rehabilitation centers could be anywhere from 20 or 30,000 shillings a month to, you wouldn't believe this, to 20 or 30,000 shillings a day.
For now though, the happy cookie, cake, chocolate, muffin and all those other designs continue to circulate. Hopefully, like most trends, this one will fade away. Charity Werumwangi for JSO at 7.